My name is David-Gellman.
And I'm Boyd-McSparran.
And I'm Paul-Melbostad. And I'm very proud that we have a very diverse firm with 3 LGBT attorneys and 4 LGBT paralegals and staff members. I'm also proud that we've served the LGBT community since the earliest days of the AIDS crisis back in the early 1980s in a broad range of matters. But particularly, we always said yes whenever we were asked to take a will to someone in the hospital dying with pneumocystis or Kaposi's sarcoma. We were also always there to help the families of persons dying with AIDS with administering their son's estate, dealing with their domestic partner or roommate, matters that at the time were very awkward for people to talk about.
We've been an LGBT law firm in San Francisco for almost 30 years. My name is David-Gellman. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1953. After I graduated law school in 1978, I started practicing law in Milwaukee. And in 1978 in Milwaukee, you couldn't be gay and a lawyer. You had to choose one or the other. And when it dawned on me, I didn't think there was another gay person in the world besides myself who went to work wearing a necktie. I said, got to be someplace better. So I moved to San Francisco. And here, I could be both. I could be a lawyer, I could be gay, I could be part of a community, I could start and run a law firm for almost 30 years that welcomed everybody, clients, attorneys, staffers. I could be president of my synagogue. I could have a life that included everything that was a part of me. It really does get better.
I always knew I was gay, but I refused to acknowledge it. Then when I finally decided to come out, a world of opportunities opened up for me. Not only personally, but professionally. I started dealing with people on a much better level. My coming out story wasn't bad. It was actually kind of funny. When I came out to my brother, he said, "Ha, I always thought our sister would be the one." Then when I went to law school, I recognized that I had a very, very good community around me. And through that community, I was able to find a job at a great law firm. And it's been going on 12 years, and I've never been happier. It got better for me, and it will for you too.
My name is Paul-Melbostad. I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I chose to go to college in the South because I wanted to be involved in the civil rights movement. And at the time, there were very few people of color in Minnesota. When I graduated from the University of North Carolina Law School in May of 1979, my college roommate invited me to come to San Francisco. I immediately fell in love with it. I arrived my first day for my summer internship the day of the White Night Riots and was in the White Night Riots within 24 hours of arriving in San Francisco. I met my first boss, whose office was one of the predecessors to our current law firm, at the Stonewall Law Caucus at Golden Gate University. He was giving a lecture on representing unpopular clients, such as gay men who had been arrested in adult bookstores. I wrote, when I first came here, I wrote every attorney in the BALIF directory, and there was a total of 14 at the time, and 2 agreed to meet with me. One of the things I'm proudest of is during the 1980s, during the earliest years and the worst years of the AIDS epidemic, when there was a significant stigma and shame attached to having AIDS, I'm very proud of that we did many wills and took them to people in the hospital, and we were there to give sensitive advice to the families of persons dying with AIDS, often at a loss what to do and not knowing how to deal with the roommate or partner or significant other of their son who had just died or was dying.
It got better for me.
It will get better for you.
And together we can make it better for all of us.